before we go any further, we do not have oil in Mount Nyangani. We do not have any minerals. That we need to make this clear so that you don't have any other plans thinking that we have oil. Would you believe it if someone comes in and tell you that there's an alien base in Zimbabwe? I know you would say no, because as Zimbabweans we've seen a lot, but the United States of America is saying otherwise. Now, a former CIA agent, Buchanan, says he was part of a project which was called the Stargate, which was there to investigate where the aliens are found in our countries. I mean, all over the world. So there were 4 places which were named, and Zimbabwe was one of them. Now, let's find out more why Zimbabwe was on the list, why Zimbabwe was part of this issue. Now, before we go any further, who was Buchanan? Because this is the person who spilled the beans that in Zimbabwe, Mount Nyangani, there is an alien base. That's why there is so much mystery on that mountain. Now, Buchanan is a former member of Stargate project, a Cold War era program funded by the US government. The project investigated something known as remote viewing, the claimed ability to mentally perceive distant locations, objects, or events without physically being there. Now, during the Cold War, intelligences became interested in these things, and they wanted to see more or understand more what's going on within the world that we have. Do we have extraterrestrial things roaming around in our countries? Now, one of the most controversial claims involved underground alien facilities. According to Buchanan, there are 4 major extraterrestrial bases hidden on Earth, which is one of them located beneath the Mount Nyangani mountain in Zimbabwe. Now, you might be asking yourself, why Mount Nyangani? Because it's a critical question. There's a list of people or a list of confirmed disappearances which were occurred in Mount Nyangani that you might need to note and understand. First 2 people were Ruwa and Tsitsi, the teenage daughters of the former minister Chainde Pimasaya, who vanished during a family hike and they were never recovered. They held a very big search party, but nothing was recovered. Now, the second person who disappeared was Robert Akrust. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. An 8-year-old vanished while on the mountain, hiking, trying to figure out what the mountain looks like and so on. But without a trace, that person was never found also. Now, there's a data January 2014, which is almost recent. A 31-year-old Zimbabwean tourist of Asian descent went hiking alone on the mountain and was never found despite extensive search. I know Zimbabwe is associated with a lot of things, sometimes spiritually, but we can't say all these people, no trace, no munakazobatwa all these years. Now, there are notable survivors who came back from this. These survivors had a similar storyline. Now, Thomas Gayford, a 24-year-old British human science student at Oxford University, survived a night on the mountain and he became disoriented by a sudden thick fog and pitched his tent. He remained safe by sheltering himself and respecting the local environment and found his way down to safety back. You should look for him online and you see. Now, the other one was an unnamed senior government official in the 1980s. A government official in early 1980s was lost in the mountain for nearly 4 days. He was eventually found through traditional rituals performed by local elders. Upon being found, he recalled no memory of hunger, fatigue, or the passage of time. So if you ever think about going there and hiking, you should know that there are things that happen in the mountain, or they've happened in the mountain. Folklore and legends about this mountain are so known in Zimbabwe, but they are associated with our traditional things that if you upset the mountain spirits, something bad will happen. But of course, whenever people think if you upset the spirits for the black people, something will happen, it usually doesn't affect the white people. But in this case, it's a whole lot different case. Now, for other people who are non-believers, they have so much questions. Why Buchanan is saying this? There is no tunnel, there is no structures, there is no recovered technology. There is nothing that proves that there is aliens in Mount Nyangani. Without all those things, Mount Nyangani is still associated with supernatural things that have happened that people do not understand, mysteries. Some people say it's a spiritual place and hidden dimensions inside there where the spiritual things happen in a spiritual realm. But some of the experts pointed out that Mount Nyangani's harsh weather and difficult terrain can explain many of these issues of disappearing of people, but it doesn't actually give us the right thing to understand why people don't get even recovered, even their clothes. But so far there is no scientific proof that, you know, this is something scientific or this is something spiritual, because all these things haven't find a way to prove kuti there is something happening. So if you ever think about going there and hiking, you should know that there are things that happen in the mountain, or they've happened in the mountain. And right now they've put barricades and, you know, directional arrows saying this is the safe path to go around the mountain. Not every time you need to go this direction, or this is the certain time you can do the full tour of the mountain, but if the time goes to this, you should not go these certain areas. But Zimbabwe is not only Zimbabwe is not only the first time it has experienced these things about aliens. There was a school in Rua called Ariel where more than 500 people confirmed that they saw an extraterrestrial thing happening. It was way back in 1994. We are going to talk about that on our next video. Otherwise, don't forget to comment, subscribe, share this video, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Otherwise, my goa, TPOT.